Hi, I'm George Cox for ActonTV. Coming up on today's show, Chiro Pro Performance Center, the Summerfest with the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce, and so much more on this edition of Talk of the Town. Standing in front of Acton Pharmacy, one of our corporate sponsors for football, also a member of the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce. They held their Summerfest at Kimball Farm in Westford, and here are some highlights. Held at Kimball Farms in Westford, Mass., the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce hosted some fun in the sun for their annual Summerfest that brings together organizations and businesses involved in the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce. We are here at Summerfest at Kimball Farm in Westford with the president of the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce, Maura Haberman. Tell us about this event.
We are so excited that Kimball's is hosting tonight's event for the Chamber, and we would welcome anyone to join our Chamber for next year's Summerfest. And tonight's event, we have a lot of people showing up, and we're going to have a great time. And
what type of organizations are involved in the Chamber? What type of organizations would you like to see join?
We like to have all kinds of businesses within the footprint of the region for the Chamber, which includes Westford, Littleton, Acton, Chelmsford, Maynard, Concord, Stowe, and Boxborough. And we have businesses that are from gyms to corporations to banks to even privately owned businesses of one person.
And why is it important just to get everybody together, just to talk to each other, hang out, eat some ice cream, have a few drinks, and just hang out here on a beautiful day?
Well, what could be better than having ice cream drinks and getting to network with all of your people that are right next door to you that you may not even know?
Excellent. Well, if you want more information, maybe your organization wants to join the Chamber, visit their website at mwcoc.com. Look who just popped in, Karen Hollowin of Care One at Concord. So you're part of the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, we're a corporate sponsor.
And what's it like just being a corporate sponsor, just getting your name out to the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce?
Oh, it's fantastic. With the name recognition, we hold different events at our place. We really value our relationship with the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce.
And what is it like just being here with different people? I mean, there's people from all fields here. Medical field, you have lawyers, you have accountants. I mean, just mixing everything up.
Right. It's fantastic because in our business, everybody can use health care. So it's not one specific group. So it allows us to network and meet a lot of people and have people know who we are and what we do.
Excellent. And what is going on at Care One at Concord currently? I know since last we talked to you, we came in, you're on Business Matters. What's coming up there?
Well, we just opened up our new patio. It is spectacular, and it's for the residents and families, but we are also hosting different events there. We just recently had the Lions Club, and we had a wine tasting event. We held an event and after business hours with the Chamber. And we're opening it up to the community for people that would like to use it or host something there. So we definitely welcome that.
Well, we're going to have to go over there with the camera and check out the new patio. And if people want more information about your organization, what is that?
You can give me a call, Karen Halloran, at 978-460-3007. Or you can also go to our website, www.care1atconcord.com.
Well, we're going to go get some ice cream here because we're at Kimball Farms. And you can't be at Kimball Farms without getting some ice cream.
True. Well, thank you very much.
We're talking about people here at Summerfest with Josh Hook. Now, you were an intern at the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce. How long were you there for?
2 months. So I started in May, and I'm just finishing up today in July.
And what were some of the things that you worked on when you were there?
So I did a lot of the work with like cleaning up the office especially, and I did a lot of marketing work. So the Taste of Middlesex event that we hold, I did the marketing collateral for that.
And what did you learn about Chamber of Commerce's in general?
I learned that it's a pretty nice environment to get a small business started in, and it's a really nice community in general. I like all the people around, and it really just promotes small businesses like that.
And what are you up to now? Where you're off to college?
I'm going to school at Endicott College in Beverly, Massachusetts, and I'm also going to work summer jobs here and there.
And what do you want to do when you get out of college?
Marketing and entrepreneurship, so probably start my own marketing firm somewhere.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
We're about to get some ice cream here at Kimball Farm, but first, we're going to talk to Cindy from 101 Self-Indulgent Spa in Shauna. Now, what is your company?
I actually work with Cindy here, and I'm a life coach, a transformational healer and coach.
Excellent. And what's it like just being part of this event at Summerfest once again?
Oh my gosh, Kimball is awesome. They're a great host, and the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce is a wonderful organization. Really has helped build my company, and just a great for a business grower. Brings a whole community together, and you get to meet new people.
Which is always nice. And what's going on at the spa?
Oh, lots is going on in the spa. Well, we have Shauna in the sanctuary, so if you have anybody that's got any issues with, they want to de-stress, teens with depression, or just want to know how to handle life a little bit better, even if they're going off to college, she is awesome.
Thank you.
So that's been a great thing. We also do everything from like facials to body wraps to nails, but it's nice to have both and the energy and life coach and wellness all under one roof.
I'll tell you what's new. Can I tell you what's new?
Go tell what's new.
We just actually started working with Chelsea Lee Lashes. So if you notice how fabulous I look, I know.
For miles.
Yes, so this is Chelsea Lee Lashes at the one-on-one spa.
Wow.
And acupuncture is new there as well.
Yes,
so
acupuncture, she's really great, Karina. And we also have added to our team is Melissa, a really great new massage therapist. So we have something for everyone, for the whole family. Come, you're welcome. This is what we love to do. It's our passion.
Now it's summertime, and guys, if you're going to be wearing sandals, get a pedicure. Why should every man get a pedicure? Seriously.
That or a scalp treatment in our soft float, right? There's plenty for men. We have a lot of male clients, so whatever is your thing. But yeah, your toes are showing. You want some little TLC on those little toes.
Excellent. Well, I think I'm going to visit over there soon, and I'm going to take my boss, Mark, because he needs a little cleaning up on the sandals.
You also got the hydrofacial.
I did, yeah.
And how was that?
It was really good. I mean, I feel, you know, I think I'm ready for another one.
Well, our motto is, once you find us, you'll never want to leave. So,
thank you for talking to us today, and happy Summerfest.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
This year's Blues and Brews takes place August 19th and 20th at Neshoba Valley Ski Area in Westford. We had a chance to sit down with Marketing Director Pam Fletcher at the ActonTV studios. It's all to benefit the Westford Rotary Charity Foundation. You have a big event coming up called the Blues and Brews, so tell everybody about that.
Well, Blues and Brews is the weekend of August 19th and 20th, and it's a really nice event because we raise money for the Westford charities. So the Westford Rotary puts on an event, and there's a lot of different charities that the Westford Rotary is involved with. We help provide staff, and we're very much involved with the event itself, but it's usually those volunteers from the Westford Rotary that do everything, that pull together all these fabulous bands, pull together all the beer and the different brew vendors that we have for tastings and the setup, and it takes a big army of people to put something like that together, but it really is a wonderful weekend because you can even bring the kids. They can't have any of the tastings, but you can bring the kids along, and there's little activities and things like that, and vendors that you can go check out. But I think the experience all in all with the quality of the bands that they bring to this event is really spectacular. They've had some great headliners over the years at Blues and Brews.
You know, what was really great about that too is it's like you set up this huge stage where the ski area is in the winter, and people can walk around, they can check out the music, then they go to the other side and they can drink all the beers and check out the different craft beers, which are very popular right now.
Oh, it's awesome. And they mow the area, you know, so there's grass and people lay out their blankets and they bring their chairs and they sit up on the slope side and they have a fabulous view, and it's nice because the music kind of radiates up the mountain, and it's just a excellent atmosphere to provide for such a fun group of very talented artists. I think I bought more CDs last year than I know what to do with, because every band that would come on, it was just kept getting better and better. You know, it was terrific. And we were there last year, ActonTV, and I was with Pam, and we sampled some of the craft beers. And I just wanted to show people some highlights from last year. And then when we come back, we're going to talk more with Pam Fletcher, so stay tuned. George, for Talk of the Town, we are here at Neshoba Valley Ski Area in Westford at the Blues and Brews Summerfest with Pam Fletcher. Tell us what's going on today.
Well, you know, it's Blues and Brews. It's a way to raise money for the Westford Rotary and have a really good time. They donate a lot of their proceeds to charity. And the music, the blues, the brews, everything is fantastic here at Neshoba Valley today. Beautiful weather. Get on down. If you've never been before, you can always try it out next year.
So we had a chance to talk to some of the vendors, some of the bands. Stay tuned.
Well, I got to tell you, you got people on their feet. They were smiling, they were dancing. And what do you think about this event, Blues and Brews?
This is beautiful. It was my first time here. And look at all the people. They stayed, they stuck through the rain. And that made it so positive, because I was standing on the stage and I didn't think they were going to stay here. And they went to the tents, and some people were just dancing in the rain because Diana, and I really wanted to watch Joe Lewis. That's one of my heroes. I call him my big brother, you know. So I didn't want to go home, because I was telling John, the promoter, I was telling him that I don't like getting free money. And most musicians, well, I ain't gonna say most, but some of them like to get free money. Like, oh, I just got free check. Me, I cry inside when I can't get up there and dance and do my thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, you were dancing, you were moving, you had people on their feet, and that's what Blues and Brews is all about.
That's what it's about. Good time, good brews, and good people.
And how do you, how does it feel just being a part here of the Blues and Brews at Neshoba Valley Ski Area?
Great scene today, really great scene today. We had a little bit of rain earlier, kind of brought everyone together. Sun came back out, warmed it back up. It's really been a pleasure.
And where is Rising Tide available here in New England?
Rising Tide is based out of Portland, Maine, but we're available in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts.
Excellent. So we're going to be back with more footage of the Blues and Brews at Neshoba Valley Ski Area, and we're going to have some of this great beer. Chris, cheers.
Cheers.
As you can see, we had a blast last year at Blues and Brews. And if you want more information about tickets, schedules, visit skineshoba.com. So we're back with Pam Fletcher, and you have a paint night going on with Sue Marion. Tell us about her.
Well, she's a local artist from Groton. She's actually done some pretty cool murals at the ski area itself. There's one inside the base lodge, like it's a reflection of the mountain at night. And then there's one at the Tiki Bar itself, which is a tropical island scene that when the bands are up there playing, they look like they're standing on a beach somewhere in the tropics. It's really spectacular. So she's going to have a small canvas each week of a tropical thing. The first one is August 1st, and it's going to be of a hibiscus flower. And included in the price are all the materials, your canvas that you get to take home, a glass of wine, and a fun time with Sue Marion. And she's a wonderful teacher. She will provide free instruction. You don't need any experience necessary. And we think it'll be kind of fun. It's going to be repetitive every Tuesday night throughout the summer as the Tiki Bar is open. And we hope it'll draw some interested people. And I'm excited. I'm going to go August 1st.
So what time does that start?
It starts at 6:30. It goes from 6 o'clock to 8:30, excuse me. And that's every Tuesday. So 6 to 8:30. And like I said, no experience necessary. And she provides wonderful instruction and pointers, and You know, so get that creative side and go Tiki Tuesday.
So
for
Tiki
Paint
Tuesday,
Night.
you can do paint night. Then at 8:30, they're going to do karaoke, so you can sing some Cher. You know, you get everything covered there, folks. It's fun.
Set aside the dates for the 16th annual Blues and Brews Festival at Neshoba Valley Ski Area, August 19th and 20th. Enjoy 2 days packed full of live music, cold craft beers, hot sun, and food and fun. All the proceeds raised by this Westford Rotary fundraiser support a variety of local charities. There are dozens of food trucks and vendors, a seemingly endless number of delicious craft beers to sample, and a great wide open space to spend time with family and friends listening to some of the best blues on the planet. Doors open both days at 10:30 a.m., and tickets are available now online at bluesandbrewsrotary.org or by calling 978-692-3033. So mark your calendar now, because you don't want to miss this spectacular weekend of Blues and Brews at the Westford Rotary 16th Annual Blues and Brews Festival at Neshoba Valley Ski Area, August 19th and 20th. Blues and Brews is a project of the Westford Rotary Charitable Endowment Incorporated.
Here's the media moment with Carol Lindsay with studio manager Rick Degon.
Hello, I'm Carol Lindsay, and we are having our media moment now with Rick Degon. Rick is a studio manager here at ActonTV, and we were just talking about his show. He has a football show that he does here in the station called?
The name of the show is That Football Show with Those Fantasy Guys.
Right. And you do the show with Jason?
Jay Walker. Jason Walker.
Right.
And we do the show from September to right around Thanksgiving, because that's when the fantasy football season is really in full swing. Starts right at the beginning of the football season and then ends right around actually the beginning of December. But what we do is we bring you up to the fantasy playoffs, and we feel that if you watch the show, that we will deliver you to the fantasy playoffs, and then you're on your own.
Okay, since I know so much about football, what is fantasy football?
Fantasy football is a fantastic game that's for children to adults, men and women. Anyone can play, and it's really exciting, especially if you're not a big football fan. You may want to consider getting into fantasy football. So basically, you have a team of players, and you play other teams of players on Sundays. And so the reason why I suggested, if you're not into football, getting into it, is because fantasy football will drag you kicking and streaming into being a football fan. And it makes football more exciting. So if you're a football fan, typically you're a football fan of a regional team, the Patriots, the Jets, so wherever you happen to live or come from. Fantasy football makes you a fan of football in its entirety, because your team is made up of players from other teams.
Oh, so are they from all areas of the...
Right, so you draft different players from different teams to create your roster. And so what that does is it gives you a wide spectrum of interest, because you might have players from Miami to Seattle and all over the place.
Now, do you have a background in football?
I have no background in football. I am just an avid football fan. One of my very youngest memories was my father on his hands and knees banging on the living room floor, screaming at the TV during the 1986 Super Bowl, not World Series.
My dad used to be like that about the Chuck Norris karate movies. You know, he used to be like, oh. He was. Well, I will have to check it out. Check out the football. I will become a football expert.
And if you do, I recommend that you watch That Football Show with Those Fantasy Guys.
So those fantasy guys.
For the best fantasy advice that you can get. And one other thing on that, we started that show 8 years ago, before there were any fantasy football shows on television. So we can honestly declare that we are the first and the best fantasy football show.
Oh, just a little bias there.
Not at all.
I'm fabulous.
Let me tell, while we're on the topic, let me tell you why we're the best.
Why are you the best?
Because most fantasy football, all fantasy football shows except for That Football Show with Those Fantasy Guys, focus on obvious football players. So everybody knows that you should start Tom Brady. But what we do is, on a week-to-week basis, we focus specifically on players that you've never heard of, that you should add to your team, start, and get wins. So these are valuable nuggets of gold that we spend hours grueling over stats and matchups and all kinds of things to bring these very valuable unknown players to light before they become big stars.
Well, I had no idea how much work you put into it.
It's a lot of work.
Wow, but it's a labor of love, right?
It is, yes.
So do you feel that your experience as a manager here at ActonTV, do you feel like you bring more to the table talking about this favorite topic of yours? And doing a show and then filming a show are two completely different things.
So I don't do a lot of on-air stuff. I've done in the past. I feel like I should do a program, and if I'm going to do a program, it should be about fantasy football.
Right, and that you are. What was Rick Degon like before he worked here at ActonTV, and what did your previous experience help you bring to the table as TV manager?
I started in Acton when I was relatively young. I started in 1999 in Acton as a Comcast employee, and I've been here ever since. So there wasn't a lot of developing for me before I came to ActonTV. However, my experience in broadcasting started when I went to school for broadcasting. I went to Mount Wachusett Community College, and I took broadcasting and telecommunications. While I was in school, I was able to get several radio jobs in the area, and so I did everything from board op, which just means you control the volume and run commercials, to actually being an on-air talent and also doing play-by-play for football. So I did that for several small market radio stations before I got my first job in cable access, which was not ActonTV, but it was very close to it, and then 6 months later I came to Acton, and then years later it became ActonTV.
So how many years have you been working here at ActonTV?
Well, ActonTV has only been around since 2010.
Right.
So our inception date was January 1st, 2010. So I've been here since then.
Okay.
But I was hired by Comcast, actually Cablevision, to run the studio in Acton in 1999. So I'll let you do the math.
That's a lot.
Thank you.
It's a long time.
It is, thank you.
Wow. So you've seen a lot of changes.
I have, yes.
And what do you think do you think it's changed for the better, I hope?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you think it changed for the better?
So when I first came to Acton, there was very, very little programming on the air. There was selectmen meetings, school committee meetings, and almost no other programming. So the first thing that I did was I started the sports programming. To be honest with you, not because I'm overly interested in sports, which I am, but because it's easy to produce. You don't have to line up guests. You don't have to schedule shoots. It's all done for you. All you have to do is show up with a camera and shoot the sports. It caught on like wildfire in Acton, and people love ActonTV Sports and all the high schools programming that we bring to them. So I'm glad I did that.
So with the sports, that was really a starting point to have more interest in public access TV.
Sure.
I would think that's the challenge, is having more viewers come in and more members. Because it's not one of the big stations of like CNN or anything like that. So the draw is that you are seeing your son or your neighbor, and you see them, performing in the community.
And so the way I really have to attribute someone named Keith Shaw, who was my first member that wanted to produce sports, and he wanted to produce hockey, boys hockey. And so he became the grandfather of boys hockey, because he set up a tradition of, when I'm done here, I'm going to pass it on to another dad, and then that dad will pass it on to another dad. And his feeling was, I'm at the game anyways. I want to see my son on TV. I want to be able to share it with his family. So let me take a camera and record it. And that's a perfect attitude for public access. And like I said, sports are a perfect avenue because everything is done for you. All you have to do is show up and press record.
Performances of any kind, sports performance, arts performances, all those, they all translate well to public access.
But to your point, getting members is very difficult because video production is very time consuming, as you're aware.
Yes.
And when you work a full-time job and you have a couple kids and you have other life requirements, it becomes difficult to kind of squeeze this into your free time.
Right.
But as you can attest, I think it's very rewarding.
Yeah. Well, you get to focus in on what you really like, just like you did with the football. You said, we need this show. let's do the show.
Right, exactly.
So personally, I always felt like, you know, you are able to express your feelings through dance. And it's a really nice place for people to connect that's non-political and non-religious, although there is religious dance. But it's a common ground, just like sports. Sports and arts provide a common ground for people to meet and connect in a humane way. And I like...
Sometimes it's
well,
not
except
always.
for, well, sportsmanship, right? You're supposed to have sportsmanship.
Supposed to.
As we talk about football, the biggest contact sports. That I know about football. But so that's what the great thing about what I found in my experience, public access, is that you can voice whatever it is that you want to voice.
Absolutely.
About the community and about your feelings about things.
Yeah, we're definitely an avenue for free speech. So we very much encourage people to come in and express their opinions no matter what they are here on ActonTV.
I'd like to thank you for taking the time today.
Absolutely, anytime.
And everyone tune in to watch
That Football Show with those fantasy guys.
Hey, you should get a woman on there.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right, thank you for joining me today. Have a good day, folks.
FitLight is a revolutionary way to get people over brain injuries, help with hand-eye coordination. It's recommended by many athletes, and we're lucky enough to talk to Dr. Lynn Carlson of Chiro Pro Performance Center on how she uses this technology to help her patients. We are here at TeamWorks next to Chiro Pro Performance Center right here in Acton. We want you to stay fit and healthy, and we're here with Dr. Lynn Carlson. Now, you just did this demonstration with lights. It looked like a great workout. Tell us a little bit about what this was.
Sure. At Chiro Pro Performance Center, we help a lot of athletes recovering from concussion, and there's a phase of recovery called return to play. So it's really important that we get athletes back in a sport-specific environment. Reaction time, eye-hand coordination, and anything that's going to get them moving with proper balance is really going to help them fully recover from a concussion and be able to return to sport.
Excellent. And this is something a little bit new. It's like a newer technology. You have the lights, shows really great hand-eye coordination.
Yet with athletes, it's so important in almost any sport. You have to have coordination of eye and hand, and the timing to coordinate all that is something that we can train. So we know we can train this, and so this is technology that now we can control how quickly we want them to respond. We can monitor their responses to what we're asking them to do, and we can really see progressions. We can see improvement over time.
Now you have a super-duper intern here. What is her name?
This is Mira Stillman. She's a Division I collegiate athlete, and she's been training with the FitLight program, and she can share her experience.
Yeah, so you just had a great workout. We were filming her using some of this equipment. Tell us what it was like. You're sweating, by the way.
I'm absolutely sweating. FitLight is a great workout. It really pushes my hand-eye coordination. It pushes me to make fast reactions. You know, as soon as the light goes, you have to be in motion. You can do stutter steps. You can do all kinds of footwork along with FitLight. It's a really great workout. It really pushes me.
Excellent. If people want more information, where can they find that?
Sure, our website is chiroproperformance.com. We're right here in Acton. We are at the TeamWorks Acton facilities, which is a wonderful place to get any kind of athletic training or sports performance readiness taking place.
And if you want more information about the great things that Chiro Pro Performance Center do here in Acton, you have a new TV show that you're going to be producing right here at ActonTV at our studios. Tell us about that.
Correct. We're doing Brain Health Series, and this is a community resource. We want people to know that we're here to give education, to give information, and just to be that community resource for anyone suffering from a concussion or any neurological-based condition. So Brain Health Series is going to be on ActonTV, and we look forward to sharing information, and if people have topics they want to know about, we're certainly open to suggestions.
And that show should be debuting soon. Make sure you check out ActonTV.org. This is George for Talk of the Town. We'd like to thank Chiro Pro Performance Center, and you can check out their new program, Brain Health Series, coming to ActonTV very soon. If you want to volunteer, maybe produce your very own TV show, drop us a line at ActonTV.org. For all of us at ActonTV, we want to wish you a great week. I'm George Cox for Talk of the Town. Have a great summer. Here's the media moment with Rick Degon and Carol. Also a member of the Middlesex West Chamber of the Chiro Pro. We always have a blast covering is Witches Woods. That is coming up in the fall. When does that officially start?
That's, can we start that again?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.